But what he's saying, once you start trusting, that is like the key that will open up even more knowledge to you. You trusting yourself, trusting that the deep wisdom, the deep voice inside of you, that is what connects you with the universal mind. Okay, hello, my name is Zita Harkaran, and this video is about 13 pauri of Japji, about how to trust yourself. Japji Sahib is a mystical poem. It's not about mythology, it's really about how to live. It talks about organization of our universe and our place in it. When you go through it, like I go through it, pauri by pauri, and you try to deeply understand it, you realize that everything it's saying, it agrees with everything else that all the mystics and all the spiritual teachers have been trying to tell us. But it's said in this beautiful poetic way. It is said that 13 pauri can show you the way through any obscure, dark place. We'll read it in English from this translation by Ekunkar Karakalsa. By trusting what you hear when you listen, the truth of your own inner consciousness will saturate your psyche with wisdom and deep understanding. By trusting what you hear when you listen, you shall dwell in all mansions of learning. In trusting what you hear when you listen, the blows and insults of others will not affect you. By trusting what you hear when you listen, death will have no power over you. Such is the true spirit within me, that it makes me become pure, clear, and sweet. If you trust what you hear when you listen, then you will know what you see, how to understand and act. We are constantly being taught to outsource our trust. That there are others that know better, that we should learn from the people in the past, we should learn from the wiser ones. People want to narrate, of course, how to behave, your political views. They want to narrate how to act. They want to narrate how to study, and even who to trust with your own consciousness and with your own wisdom. That these are the reputable people and these are not reputable people. And this person has studied so much and you should look up to them, and so on. So but when you do that, you might find yourself actually not feeling more secure, but actually more lost. This is what Guru Nanak is hinting on, is that you should listen and start creating that relationship with yourself, with your inner self, and really question yourself and then listen for that answer. So it's not just trusting yourself, it's trusting yourself when you deeply listen, right? When you deeply listen to yourself. And what comes to mind is, but I've been reading Akashic records, I've been also reading like the past lives and connecting with the subconscious in this way. You would be surprised, even though the words that are coming are very wise, there is this automatic, as if disbelief of it, because it comes from you. Oh, I'm just making this up. This happens to people a lot, especially in a past life or even when we do the hypnosis. This is a true problem. And this is what Guru Nanak is addressing. Trust it. And so it happens to me as I'm reading these Akashic messages. And I'm like, oh, am I just like making this up? Just because we say something, we tend to not believe it. And we tend to look up to others and what they say as the wiser thing. But what he's saying, once you start trusting, that is like the key that will open up even more knowledge to you. Even more knowledge will start pouring into you. And because nothing is really closed to people, no knowledge is closed. What is the problem is the people's lack of trust. That is the real problem. And this need for certainty, need for something to be written in stone in order to believe something. And then so people write something in a stone and we also disregard it. This is a problem of humanity, I think, in general. So anyway, he says, once you start trusting, more knowledge will start open up. The mentions of learning, I like that. And the blows and insults will not affect you. Okay? And here he refers to, and death will have no power over you. I've said it, that Hermetica talks about it, Krishna talks about it in Bhagavad Gita, how to reach for immortality. I could be like shouting it from some towers out there, and still people would be like, because they don't trust. So, but it's the immortality is learned by you trusting yourself. Trusting that the deep wisdom, the deep voice inside of you, that is what connects you with the universal mind. That is what connects you with the immortal life. That voice that will go on with you beyond this body. So it says that will have no effect over you because you are so firmly established in your consciousness. And once you listen, you will feel like you are always with someone that is a little bit better, and you will want to be better too, right? Because it's your own consciousness that's not going to let you be bad. That's why he says when you listen, you become pure, clear, and sweet. It's again like this, it's a natural mechanics of how the world works. You don't have to go through some kind of purification, through punishment, through some kind of shadow searching and all kinds of healing processes. What you just need to is you need to bring that higher self closer to yourself, and you do it by deeply listening to yourself and trusting yourself. Then that higher self comes closer to you and starts leading you more so on your path. That trust will penetrate through your psyche. Ralph Waldo Emerson also talks about it in his Self-Reliance essence, which is all about this self-trust. And he says that states the sole reason why we don't listen and don't trust ourselves and our inner voice is because it is ours. That's the soul, because it is ours. And the level of disrespect that we have for ourselves is incredible. So let's get away with that, okay? And let's start listening. You can do it. The Akashic Records is a really cool way because you do feel like you're not just talking to yourself, but to something else, and you're listening to those messages, to those images. That is all. Let's get on with the 11 repetitions. Here is the 13th pauri that will take you and help you overcome the darkest, most obscure times in your life. Manne suret hove man bud, manne sagal bavanki sud, manne moi chutana kai, manne jam ke sat na jai, esa nam nirinjan hoy, jeko man jane man koi. Manne surat hove man bud, manne sagal bavanki sud, manne moi chutana kai, manne jam ke sat na jai, esa nam nirinjan hoy, jeko man jane man koi. manne suret hove man bud, manne sagal pavanki sud, manne moi chutana khai, manne jam ke sat na jai, aisa naam niranjan hoy, jeko man jane man koy. Manne suret hove man bud, manne sagal pavanki sud, manne moi chutana khai, manne jam ke sat na jai, aisa naam niranjan hoy, jeko man jane man koy. Manne suret hove man bud, manne sagal pavanki sud, manne moi chutana khai, manne jam ke sat na jai, aisa naam niranjan hoy, jeko man jane man koy. Manne suret hove man bud, manne sagal pavanki sud, manne moi chutana khai, manne jam ke sat na jai, aisa naam niranjan hoy, jeko man jane man koy. Manne suret hove man bud, manne sagal pavanki sud, manne moi chutana khai, manne jam ke sat na jai, aisa naam niranjan hoy, jeko man jane man koy. Manne suret hove man bud, manne sagal pavanki sud, manne moi chutana khai, manne jam ke sat na jai, aisa naam niranjan hoy, jeko man jane man koy. Manne suret hove man bud, manne sagal pavanki sud, manne moi chutana khai, manne jam ke sat na jai, aisa naam niranjan hoy, jeko man jane man koy. Manne suret hove man bud, manne sagal pavanki sud, manne moi chutana khai, manne jam ke sat na jai, aisa naam niranjan hoy, jeko man jane man koy. Manne suret hove man bud, manne sagal pavanki sud, manne moi chutana khai, manne jam ke sat na jai, aisa naam niranjan hoy, jeko man jane man koy. Satnam, that is all from me. But what he's saying, once you start trusting, that is like the key that will open up even more knowledge to you. What is the problem is the people's lack of trust. That is the real problem. And this need for certainty, need for something to be written in stone in order to believe something. And then so people write something in a stone and we also disregard it. This is a problem of humanity, I think, in general.